Okay, so today we're going to be using Prezi to go over a few of the causes of the American Civil War. The Civil War originally broke out in 1861 with South Carolina seceding from the Union and firing on Fort Sumter, which was a Union-held fort right off the coast of South Carolina. After this, many of the southern states realized how serious South Carolina was in seceding from the Union. After this, Lincoln did not recognize this new Confederacy as a separate entity from the United States, nor did any other major country in the world. They were still all part of one United States of America. Slavery was obviously one of the biggest issues surrounding the causes of the Civil War. Southern states relied on slavery as a way for them to economically strive. Plantations made up most of the South's economy. Slavery was one of the ways in which these plantations ran. It was the most cost-effective way to keep the plantations running. The Missouri Compromise also led to many issues within the national government. It was a way in which the South viewed the North moving towards abolition and the freeing of all the slaves. Eventually, the Kansas-Nebraska Act outruled this Missouri Compromise and led to the idea of popular sovereignty, which was those residents were able to decide whether or not they would become a free state or a slave state. With this, it led to a bigger split in Congress because of the way free states and slave states were going to be split up. Economically, northern states were entering into an industrial revolution. This means that a lot of the products throughout the nation, the North wanted the South to buy from them instead of trading with other countries across the Atlantic like many of them were doing. On YouTube, I found a fairly short video that just goes a little more in depth into the economic side of this.
Today we are told that the war for Southern independence was about slavery. Rarely is the truth told that slavery existed in both the North and the South, and that it was really about money and control. By 1860, the South was responsible for paying more than 80% of the taxes, even though the South totaled only about 25% of America's citizens. These taxes were largely due to import tariffs on goods shipped into America through Southern ports. Northern businesses did not want Americans purchasing lower-priced goods from other places, so they used their majority in Congress to pass tariffs that went as high as 50% in the Tariff of Abominations. Southerners saw that because we had fewer votes in Congress, there was no way to stop the northern states from unfairly taxing the South to pay for all of their internal improvements in the North, such as roads, railroads, and canals. The South was left with no other choice but to peacefully secede and form the Confederate States of America.
Alright, so hopefully by this video, you should be able to realize that slavery was not the only cause of the American Revolution, or of the American Civil War, rather just one of the many underlying reasons. There's no one specific reason for it. It's kind of just an accumulation of different opinions and ways that each state government viewed the nation moving into.